Right, so I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on sub 40 pistol, like consistent sub 40 pistol on outskirts and consistent sub 130 button on SI, as per request of Drift. I know there's already like tutorials out there on like movement and the individual levels themselves, but you know, Drift just wanted to basically know my lineups, what I'm pressing, basically everything that I do. So here to start off with, before you can even move on outskirts, I'm looking to the left of the fire, like roughly round about here. And just for the record, I am currently on 100 FOV for this tutorial, so just bear that in mind with some of my lineups. Like they might not be exactly the same. You might have to just, you know, find your own. Then obviously hold forward, and then I jump like before this, so that I can clear this like mound. And I'm basically doing this like to take a relatively direct path to that black spot there. So you're walking towards this black line, and you don't want to change the elevation of your crosshair either, by the way. I want to just make that clear, I suppose. And then you want to jump just so that you land like right on the edge. Obviously not like on the edge so you slip down like this or lose any momentum, but you know, you want to land like there, like on the edge of that black spot. So yeah, jump, throw the grenade at the same time, and then jump up here. You saw there that I'm jumping here and pressing grenade at the exact same time, like that. The grenade should land roughly in this crease, and as I'm like sliding up this wall, I'll hold crouch most of the way up. I do it by feel, and then uncrouch once I realise that I've got enough height, and so that I land on that beam there. You don't want to stay crouched too long, or else you can slide over the top. So yeah, I'll show you this all in one fluid motion.
Shake it off, Marines! Clear the crash site. Go, go, go!
And then obviously you saw immediately as I'm jumping here, I'm jumping again and crouching so that I land on top of here. As for this slide jump off the edge here, if it's causing you that much trouble and you end up falling down here a lot, I honestly wouldn't bother. Like, it's probably not worth it, but for the sake of just showing you what I do. So this is where I'm landing after I jump off here. I'm looking roughly towards there-ish. Not quite at the corner, not too far down, so I'm hitting the invisible barrier, but like kind of there. I walk off the edge pretty much as soon as I drop. I'm jumping, crouch jumping off the edge. I'd say best advice there is go earlier than you think, because you're better off not getting it all and still landing up top than not getting it all and falling down there, you know. And then as soon as I land, I throw a grenade anywhere roughly around here. One tiny piece of advice I can probably give is don't throw it too late, or when you do this grenade jump up here, you'll be like so far up here that you'll have to slow yourself down to do this crouch jump, or you'll end up bonking and losing time. Essentially all this outskirts movement, you want to be holding forward the entire time, and you want to be travelling in as straight a line as possible. All these jumps I'm doing here, by the way, are all crouch jumps, for the record. So yeah, as I'm coming up here, this is roughly where you'll land after you do these jumps. So yeah, I'm gonna end up walking roughly there. Again, a similar kind of thing to there, where I'm not quite all the way at the edge, but I don't want to do it too far back, because obviously I want to be able to make it to, and roughly there is where I'm going to slide off. So I kind of use that as a rough marker as well. Like as I get over the edge, I want to be looking like slightly there, slightly towards that direction. So you see I'm not letting go of forward at all. There we go, jump immediately again to get some sort of slide off of there. And then grenade jump again, and then here I can't, this is the slide jump which matters the least. I'd say it matters even less than the one further back there. Like, I would not worry about this at all. And this is another one again that's really easy to fuck up, where you can end up sliding down there or just losing time to get in some kind of weird jank movement here. Right, that's a little bit better. I kind of got a little bit of a slide there. I see a lot of people doing this weird jump where they'll kind of jump onto here first, walk around here. You don't need to, and it really triggers me, because you can make that just with a simple crouch jump. Now for the broken wall slide, which is the thing that matters the most. So to talk about my lineup here, I kind of roughly know where that is. Once I get up here, I roughly know where the broken wall is, and you can even see it as you jump up for a brief moment there. Yeah, I'll show you that again now. This time I'll actually do the slide. I'll crouch at the last second, uncrouch and do just a regular crouch jump. There's no harm in, like, especially that one, like if you do a frag jump there, it saves a lot. Like versus the broken wall slide, doing a frag jump, like adding a frag in with this broken wall slide, it doesn't necessarily save any time, because you can reach the windowsill for the pistol just with a regular crouch jump if you get a good enough slide, like with no grenade. But it just makes it more consistent and makes it a lot easier if you do add a grenade into it, and it's a lot easier to learn than adding the grenade into that one. So that's why when I was running this game I did a grenade for the broken wall slide. But you know, it's just up to you whether you want to do this or not, because some people save grenades for different areas in this level. Like you can save one for after you get outside of Zanzibar. I know some people do that, so it's just up to you really. But I'll show you my lineup for if you want to add a frag for it. So I use these wires as kind of a guideline. Just as the wires get off, like are starting to go off my screen, I throw the grenade. So I'll show you that now. I'll show you it all in one go now.
Right, Chief?
Hopefully I'll get it first try and not embarrass myself.
Clear the crash site. Go, go, go.
Yeah, so that was only a 40 pistol, because you can see I threw the grenade too early, so it went off too soon, and a couple of my slides weren't the best. But anyway, you get the point. Even with all of that went wrong, still a 40 pistol. So yeah, like that's already 2 seconds time saved over just doing like regular dubzo movement. First thing to talk about is shooting this piston. So I'll show you that now. And I definitely recommend shooting with one plasma rifle here, because I see often so many times people spam with both, and because it's more inaccurate with dual wields, people genuinely lose time to bonking their heads on that because they're not shooting down this piston fast enough. So here, I fall off the edge, hold crouch, uncrouch on that line, uncrouch on that line. I specifically only do it for the first and second because you need to gain enough speed to, like, if you did it on the first, then by that point you haven't gained enough speed to make the uncrouch save time over just falling regularly. Sounds kind of weird, but it's true. And by lines I mean the blue, those blue LED strips. Here, as soon as I drop both plasma rifles at the same time, at this range it's completely fine to use both guns, because like I said, you just want to kill the piston as quickly as possible. so that you can drop as quickly as possible. So, and here you'll notice, I'll explain more once I do it, but here you'll notice I'll fire that, and then I kind of walk around to the right, because when you're doing this all at once, this piston won't drop quick enough for you to just drop off in a straight line like that. You need to wait for it to... Oh, fucking shit, checkpoint. You need to wait for it to get underneath that lip, which I'm shooting at now. Like, so you don't get stuck or bonk your head on that, or, you know, just any weird stuff. So you wait for it to fall. There you go. I didn't hit my head on there, and I dropped in a straight line as quickly as possible down here. Right, okay, so this is the next part where you want to do a grenade boost off, you know, whatever you want to call those. I throw my grenade roughly as this kind of columns passes my screen. There we go. Drop weapon, throw grenade instantly, jump fairly late, and I do the one where you crouch and go through this gap here. The slightly faster way is if you stand. So you see, I kind of just straight lined it through here and aimed at that. Whereas if you want to do the one that saves slightly more time, you get slide jump off that corner down there. Literally, all you want to do. The timing for your jump will probably be slightly different because you obviously want to be lower to fit through the gap. But you literally just stand further to the right and aim to the right more. So yeah, I'll show you my example again. And I mean, on that, you can even get a slide off this one if you want. It's just after you get the slide off that, you'll be more in line with the door. So overall, this one probably is the fastest, but I just do this one because it's the one I'm used to, and I don't particularly care to relearn it to save, you know, a frame, whatever it is. So here you can use one plasma rifle because you can kill it in time. Again, I do the same thing where I kind of move to the side so I can drop in a straight line without bonking my head on that. Another completely viable strat is to jump as this piston's opening, land on here, and then start to hold forward after you've dropped past that. Both strats are completely viable. It's whichever you prefer and can do more consistently. Need the same time over each other, as far as I am aware. So yeah, once you get here, it's literally just hold forward. You want to try and move your right analog stick as quickly as possible and as accurately as possible, just so you're literally throwing straight just so you're walking in straight lines at all times. For this piston, you know, I kind of hug this wall, hold left, and you can see you can kill it very quickly. So this is the same as the first one, so I don't really need to go over it. Fucked it up because I'm rusty. Again, you can just shoot that with one plasma rifle because you have enough time to do so. Here, this is literally just hold forward all the way down, kill these pistons accurately, which I'm not doing right now because again I'm rusty. And then you can walk backwards towards this while you're shooting that one and press X on easy. On legendary, you have to turn around and shoot him. And then yeah, press the button, and that should garner you a 128. If you do everything correctly, you should get a 128 button. Well, if you do everything that I do correctly, you should get a 128 button every time. If you're not, you're losing time and you need to fix something. I'd say a 129 is completely valid time to get as well. But if you're getting anything slower than 129, like, I'd probably recommend that you fix your movement in this first section, because it's completely possible to get like 126 buttons as well. I've never had a 120, and I think even 125 button. I've never had a 126 or a 125. I've had plenty of 127s though, and I get 128 like near enough every time, or used to, I suppose, when I actually ran this game. But yeah, I'll try and show you an example of everything together, and hopefully it will be sub 130 and I won't embarrass myself. Yeah, here we go.
Getting close to one of the shield generators. Many of my brutes have fallen attempting to take it down. Let's see if you fare better.
Yeah, so I messed up that second boost, so it's probably not going to be 128.
Reach the shield's power source, Arbiter. Overload the locks holding it in place. One more, Arbiter. It's useless to attack enemy forces from the front. Relax the power shields are up. Now.
Never mind, it was nearly a 127, would have definitely been a 127 if I got the proper boost there. So yeah, there you go, even my rusty piece of shit gameplay can do it.